What's up, everybody? It's Kiki.
Hey, y'all, it's Ray.
And listen, we're Team Reese Travels. And you know what? We have now been on 9 cruises with our son.
Yep.
Yes, we have taken him on
That's
9
right.
cruises. And let me tell y'all, we have learned a lot along the way. And unfortunately, we learned a few things the hard way. Yes, we did.
And so that's why we're here today to tell y'all about those things.
Yeah, so we're going to give you our top tips for cruising with kids so that you don't have to learn things the hard way like we did.
Absolutely.
What's tip number 1?
Tip number 1, let the kids in on the planning. Do you know that we've learned over the years that RJ really likes to be a part of the planning, especially when it comes down to excursions, and not so much of the food, because he has particular foods, and you all, if you've been with us for a while, you all know what foods he likes, and that's chicken strips and pancakes. But when it comes down to even maybe hotel stays, you might want to see if they want to stay at a hotel that you like, or do they want to stay at a hotel that they like. They may have the extra water slide before you get on the cruise, or it has the extra large pool before you get on the cruise. So bring them in on the cruise planning. If you want to, you can even bring them in on what ship to do, how many days you want to go to cruise, anything like that. But help them be a part of, allow them to be a part of the cruise. They will really like that, because we've learned that from RJ.
I would say, I don't know that I would necessarily say let them plan what cruise.
Why not?
But if you pick the cruise, maybe just say, hey, these are a couple options. Which one would you like? Which one would you prefer? Cool. And then once you pick the cruise, hey, this is what this ship offers. What are some things that you don't want to miss while we're on this ship?
See?
What are some things, some activities? These are the ports we're going to, and this is what the port has to offer. What do you want to do while we're at port?
Yeah.
Let them in on that so that it feels like it's their cruise too.
Yeah, absolutely. And not just, oh, well, this is mommy, daddy, we paying for it, this is where we're going, we ain't want to hear nothing else.
Even if you feel like that, you ain't got to tell them. Tip number 2, you got to pack accordingly. You need to pack things. We like to take things that we know that RJ, that bring comfort, that bring RJ comfort when we're home. So usually there's some type of toy that he'll take, right? Like when he was little, it was an actual toy, like a Toys R Us type toy. Now he's older. We let him take his Nintendo Switch. He likes to have that. He likes to be able to play games sometimes. And you know what? I know a lot of people say, screen time this, screen time that. We want our son to have some comfort when we on the ship. You can't just take them out of their normal environment and then drop them someplace new and expect them to completely abandon everything that they love back home. I just don't think that's a reasonable ask of a kid. Right. So we like having it. We just put some limitations around it. You can't be on the Switch all day long while we on the ship. We're not doing that. But we do like to let him have it because we know that it's one of the things that he enjoys and he's on vacation.
And one of the things we did let him bring one time was his video game console. Well, that almost turned into a disaster.
We won't do that again.
Yeah, that's a long story.
Again, we've learned things the hard way.
We've learned things the hard way. All right, so tip number 3, utilize the kids club. That's right. You on vacation, you on a kids vacation, but you know what? Sometimes you might want a little time for yourself. So utilize the kids club.
And you'd be surprised. Sometimes they want a little break from you too.
Right. So you utilize the kids club. Do your due diligence, do the background, and do the background checks, and just see what your particular cruise ship offers. Every cruise ship offers different things. Every cruise ship has different offerings. Some cruise ships have age restrictions, so you just have to check and see what your cruise is offering and what are the activities. Yes. And there are some cruise ships, I don't know if they're still doing it, but during the early times, right before cruising started back, you had to make reservations for cruises. So check on that too. So you have to do that.
There are some cruise lines that are still requiring reservations. And one thing that I really always like to tell people, take advantage of that first day, embarkation day. There's always open house hours where you can go in with your child, especially if you have a child that's never been to the kids club on a ship before. That's an opportunity for you to be there with them and help them get comfortable. You get to meet the people that are going to be working with your kids. You get to see exactly what they'll be doing. You get to see what kind of activities are going on. And that is typically only allowed on day 1. Because after that, and it's not even the whole day 1, it's usually from like whatever time you embark to some set time in the evening. Because after that, they're not going to allow random parents to just be coming back there with your kids. Right. You don't want them to do that. But those open house hours are for that. It's to help your child get comfortable with the kids club, to help you get comfortable with leaving them at the kids club. And so take advantage of that, and then take advantage of the kids club as much as you need to throughout the cruise. We're not telling you go drop them off and leave them there the whole time.
If you want to, 5 days.
If you want to, you do you. It's there. But you would be surprised. They make a lot of friends. They get to a place where they're like, I want to go back because my friend gonna be there. Utilize the kids club. It's not a bad thing. They are safe there, and just do your due diligence. Check it out during the open house hours. Tip number 4: be prepared with snacks and water. Listen, y'all. If you got kids, then you already know there ain't nothing worse than being in a situation where your kid is hungry and thirsty and you ain't got nothing to give them.
At the same time,
I can't even be in that situation for myself, or it gets ugly. So I cannot. Angry ain't even the word. But listen, what we do is we take some of RJ's snacks that he likes. We typically pack, small. We're not going on there with a big old box or nothing, but we do typically try to throw a few snacks in his backpack for him to have. We have snacks, throughout embarkation day if he needs them, or in our room if he wants a snack late at night or something like that, and we want to just give him something light and not go get a plate of pizza or something.
Right.
We have little snacks in the room that we can use. We also always take refillable water bottles on cruises with us so that we can keep some kind of drink in our room all the time, whether it's water or juice, whatever.
Absolutely.
We just want to have something cold to drink all the time, because we don't want him to be in a place where he's hungry and thirsty and we ain't got nothing to give him.
Right. And I will also suggest that even when you pack snacks, that in the middle of the night, maybe those are not the snacks that your child wants. So even you look into utilizing room service, because they could bring over something. They could bring over fresh fruit. They could bring over, like for RJ, chicken strips at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's true.
It just depends. So you're also looking at that, but pack the snacks, or it may be trouble on your hands. Okay.
Yes. Also, if you don't pack your own, remember that you can generally get stuff from the buffet that's kind of snacky. Like they may not have like bags of chips and things like that, but they usually have cereal. You can get a bowl of cereal back to your room, just to have some dry cereal to snack on if they want. You can usually get little cartons of milk even if you want that. Usually there's some kind of fruit, apples, oranges, bananas, grapes, that kind of thing.
And that's free.
Yeah, and that's stuff that you could just grab right off the buffet. Even if you don't, want to pack your own snacks and bring them, that is an option too.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's now time for the next tip. But before we do that, this is a good time for us to invite you to subscribe. We would love if you would hit that little subscribe button on the screen. We love having you here. Hopefully you like being here with us. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, but it means so much to us and it helps us so much. We would love for you to be a part of the team. Also, if you are interested in getting behind the scenes access, additional content, early notice on what our vacations are going to be, go ahead and click that join button. Check out some of our membership options. You can be a part of our channel membership where you get all those additional perks. All right, let's get back to the video.
Let's go.
Number 5.
Pack your patience.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that sounds like...
yes.
What? What do you mean, sir? Pack my patience. Pack your patience.
Your kids are your kids on vacation or at home.
You know your kids.
You know your babies.
You know your kids. You know your babies. You know what they like and what they don't like and what's going to cause an uproar and what's going to cause smiles and laughs. So pack your patience, because when you're on vacation, now you're dealing with them and a whole lot of other personalities too, that's outside of your cabin. So you have to understand that they're in a new environment. There's new things they need to get used to. They're used to kind of getting their way certain ways, and then when they can't, how your kid acts. So just pack your patience and understand that it's a new environment for them. Just like if it was a new school or a new house or whatever it is, they're not gonna act the same. They might be shy and they might not want to talk. So you got to be like, you can't really force it. You just be like, introduce them to what's going on and just kind of work with them with everything's going on, because they may not like the cruise ship on the first day. You may be ready to get out and go explore. They be like, I don't know, because you talking about being on a cruise ship with 35, 45, or if you on the Icon of the Seas, you talking about 9,500 people.
Yeah, and you know what? It kind of goes back with the first tip too about well, not the first tip, but it kind of goes back to the pack accordingly tip too, because understand who your kids are and what their triggers are. And be patient with them again, because their triggers at home are going to be their triggers on vacation too. Our son can't handle really, really loud shocking noises, like out of nowhere alarms going off, and so we take headphones for him, because we know that sometimes they're going to come through our cabin with that loud alarm type noise. They try to avoid it with their kid, but they have to. We know that when you do the muster station or the muster drill, sometimes there's loud noise, sirens and things like that come along with that. Just have things that are going to help soothe your child in those kind of situations,
and just be prepared to have to stop what you're doing, even if you're eating, if you're dancing, if you're having a conversation, if you sipping on coffee, the coffee you need to get before you get your day
in the
started.
Middle of your specialty dining restaurant that you pay good money for, and you have to step out because everybody needs a moment. You got to do it.
Yes,
just do it.
Just understand it's all a part of it. But it's once you understand it's all a part of it, then you'll be able to just go forward and do what you got to do.
Go forth and go forward.
Enjoy your vacation still, but pack your patience.
All right. Next tip: encourage trying something new. Cruising is a great opportunity to try something different. Step outside of your box, try a different food, try a different activity. We pretty much get RJ to try something different to eat every time we go on a cruise.
Yeah, he's been doing really good with that lately.
Yeah. So, RJ for a long time would not eat burgers. The first time we got RJ to try a burger was on the Allure of the Sea. He would never try a burger before that. He's just not a meat when it comes to like beef. He doesn't want he don't want steak, he don't want burger, like that kind of stuff. We finally got him to try a burger on that ship, and he loved it, and he's been eating burgers ever since.
But no, now he been eating them ever since, but only on cruise ships.
He
will not, which is cool, because we could cook fresh burgers and fresh things around here, but you also know what other burgers and stuff are around here. But we won't go there. But anyways, when he's at home, no, he won't touch a burger. But when we on a cruise ship, he's ordering a burger. Yeah. And he even did he order a cheeseburger one time?
He ordered a cheeseburger. He'll eat calamari now. Right. He'll eat all these things that he's tried on.
Now he'll eat calamari at home, but
he'll eat calamari. He'll eat burger. He'll eat, there's a dessert, like different desserts that he usually won't try at home. He'll typically step out of the box a little bit on the cruise. So
because he knows he's on vacation.
Same thing with activities, not just food, activities too. Trying something different. That whole the excursion that we did in Amber Cove, when we did the not ATVs, the dune bugs. When we did the dune bugs in Amber Cove, RJ was kind of on the fence about that. He said, I don't know about this. And you could tell he was on the fence, but he really ended up enjoying it and having a good time.
He enjoyed every bit of that.
Yes. So just encourage your kids to try something new, and you lead by example and try something new yourself too.
Right. All right. So tip number 7.
Last one,
but not least. If you have older kids, you have to be able to start keeping connected with them. If you're able to get your son or your daughter a child, you get your son or your daughter some kind of phone, a cell phone. It doesn't have to be the most exclusive cell phone in the world. Yeah. But if you could get them a cell phone that at least it doesn't even have to be active. If you get them a cell phone that can get connected to the Wi-Fi, that way you can be connected with them while you're on the cruise ship. Because of course, off of the cruise ship, you guys will be able to conversate because you'll be together for the most part. But when you're on the cruise ship, just get them some kind of cell phone where you can communicate with them, and and most cruise ships have them, use the chat feature in the cruise ship app. And that way you can communicate with them, see if they're ready to go eat, if they want to go do something else, they can kind of update you on where they're at, what they're doing, who they're with, because that's also a big thing too. With older kids, they like to hang out with other people that they've met on a cruise ship. So it's good to, just like you need to know who their friends are when they're at home, you need to kind of know who they're hanging out with when you all on the cruise ship.
Yes, absolutely. And that goes even for, I know Ray's talking about like older kids. Our son is only 10. We haven't really experimented with letting him be able to lead the kids club on his own. So he's never really anywhere on the ship by himself. He's always with us or at the kids club. But when he goes to the kids club, we send him with a device, and that way we can still connect with him through the chat app and say, like Ray said, hey, how are you ready to go eat? How are things going? You all right? Mm-hmm. He can get a hold of us if he needs to. If he needs to say, hey, I'm ready to leave here right now, and we're not doing nothing, like, let's go get him. Mm-hmm. He can leave if he want to leave. Yeah. But yeah, we just really encourage being able to keep in contact with them, especially when you have older kids. When you have younger kids, probably not so much. You can just call the kids club and they'll give you an update on them. But RJ's old enough now where, at home he has his own phone. So when we're on the ship, we're able to connect with him that way. Yeah. And you don't need an internet package to use the chat apps on the cruises either. Right. So just so you know, you don't have to get them internet access, because I don't think that's something we typically do with RJ's, get him internet access on ships. But we do allow him to use the chat app.
Right. So, and we don't do that because he's on vacation. So he needs to break away anyway.
He'll be on here with y'all on YouTube all day. Right. If we let him have internet.
Right. Which we want y'all on here on YouTube all day. But, for him, we want him to kind of break away from the everyday norms of being on those devices all the time. Mm-hmm. Also, I was going to say that if you have an old device,
yes,
you can use that. I know I said
you don't have to go out and buy one. Use an old device, an old phone that you're no longer using,
but that has Wi-Fi capability. That's all.
That's all you need. Something with Wi-Fi capability.
Be able to download that app and be able to talk to the kids, talk to your child, talk to your children, however you want to do it. So those are our 7 tips for you all
cruising with kids,
because of things we've learned the hard way.
Yes. And if you have more tips that we didn't cover, feel free to drop those down in the chat, because we're not professionals. We still learning. Right. We need the tips too. So let us know if we missed something that you think is important. And also let us know if any of these tips really resonated with you. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next video. And until then, Team Reese.
All
day.
Day.
Bye, guys.
Peace.